9,000 current and former Dallas police and firefighters have for many years and now continue to count on the promise of a secure pension for their families.
Right, and this morning the pension board took a major step towards saving that troubled fund by voting in favor of a state lawmaker's solution. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is at City Hall tonight to break it down for us. Alex.
And I can tell you that unanimous vote earned the applause of everyone who was sitting and standing in that packed audience. You know, beneficiaries who I spoke to after the vote tell me they don't love Representative Dan Flynn's proposal, but say it's much better than what the mayor was proposing.
It was while fighting this house fire in May of 2014 that Dallas firefighter Jeff Patterson suffered burns over 40% of his body.
I spent 3.5 months in the burn ICU at Parkland.
Today, Patterson is still in extreme pain, but felt the need to address the Dallas Police and Fire Pension Board in charge of his financial future.
And we shouldn't have to worry about if our family's going to be taken care of, if this pension's going to be there, for our survivors.
His worries echoed by a crowd of concerned police and firefighters as well as retirees.
We got thousands out here. You just see a small portion right now. But I guarantee you, this has put us on edge.
After nearly 2 hours of debate and public input,
this money isn't for you. This is my money. It's mine, not yours.
The board voted 9-0 to move forward with a proposal by State Representative Dan Flynn.
Of working with the chair of the committee that the legislation will have to come out of is the smartest strategic move we can make, because we're going to need his support.
Under Flynn's plan, the city would contribute an extra $11 million each year to the fund. The retirement age would go up, depending on when the employee was hired. Money would be paid out to each retiree based on average life expectancy, now 78 years old. And that money would be paid out in equal monthly payments. Retirees call it a start.
I'm pretty happy about the vote. As far as I think that there's some things that can be ironed out more.
And Flynn's plan still falls short of the funding goal of 30 years, but trustees believe that this plan will give them the best opportunity to come up with something better for the long term. The hope is to get this bill passed by the legislature by the end of this session. Heather?
All right, so Alex, does this vote then mean the board has turned over all power to Flynn?
It's a good question. Not necessarily. While the board is backing the basics of Flynn's proposal, trustees said in today's meeting that they're really urging administrators who run the pension fund to work with Flynn in drafting some of the language of the bill before it's sent to the House Pension Subcommittee for consideration. You know, just how much of that input will actually make it into the final draft is anyone's guess, but it is worth mentioning today that Mayor Mike Rawlings was in Austin actually meeting with Flynn, talking about the troubled pension plan. Flynn actually posting a picture on Twitter today, so it's clear the mayor also will have some input.